Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on this channel. Today I'm actually going to be recapping some of the most important things coming to Warbots, leaks, and some clips of what happened on the live stream today for the Warbots show. So, hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get right into it. So starting off, something odd that was during the live stream is that they focused on Android. They only showed Android stats and they never mentioned any of the other platforms when it comes to that, which leads to a big if to how much love or support Pixonic has towards other platforms, and it's something new for you guys to keep an eye on, whether they actually prefer to be working on a certain platform. And it seems Android is in that, or at least that's what it looked like. So it's something for you guys to keep in note. They talked about. Secondly, they also talked about the rework that they made. Now that all settings on Android and iOS can perform high graphics. They also mentioned the custom UI, some new perks such as player ID, the tiering system, and of course the changes they made to the targeting system. Also, they also ended up showing such a cool graphic when it comes to a realistic art of Valley, which is super cool. And they ended up showing Thesis, which is the Skyros pilot, in the Skyros, which is also something super cool and super realistic, and it's probably what made one of the coolest cinematic videos on Warbots. So here, when they showed the inside of the Skyros of Thesis, there was this showing where he had to decide between either going for a luchador or going for a Loki capping a beacon, which you can actually see right there on the monitor. And they ended up showing a percentage capping, which is something, I don't know if they're gonna add that, but I do feel that it's something interesting for you guys to keep note of, that if they showed something like that, maybe it's a new feature coming out. And I would love to see some more UI referring to what percentages of beacons are at for capping or when they're getting capped, and it would be something cool to add into the game. I don't know what I don't know if this would actually get added, but let me know your thoughts on that. Secondly, in the bottom, it seems to say Nebula Cam. I don't know if Pixel is referring to the Nebula drone, and usually when Pixel says or shows something, it means that it's actually running best on. Because when it comes to the tier system, they show graphs and stuff like that on what is apparently the best when it comes to damage and all that stuff. So it's something to keep an eye. And I do want to show you guys what I'm talking about when it comes to the Nebula Cam. So here is the Nebula eye, you can see in the middle. So keep an eye out on that for that. So I'm now gonna pass it to DG and Victoria.
Hello, I'm Victoria. We are here to unveil our plans for the upcoming updates. Later in the year, we will introduce the contract system. It's a working title and we may change it in the future. But here's the gist of it. Each player will get matched with a small group of evenly powered players. Over a period of time, they will compete in different challenges. Things like who will get the most wins, who heals out the most damage, or who upgrades their robots to the highest level. The players who hit the top places in their respective groups will be receiving neat prizes. We are making contracts for all playstyles. Multiple challenges will be active simultaneously. That means everyone will have something to accomplish. We don't have a set date when the contracts will hit the game yet. We got lots of development and testing ahead of us, so keep an eye out for the test server announcement. You'll most likely see contracts there first under whatever name we'll end up picking.
Hello, my name is Dmitry DG. In the meantime, we're also upgrading our task system with new UI and improved task sorting. Going through your extensive task list should become a much simpler task. And by the by, we know that grinding the same tasks over and over isn't as exciting anymore. So we will add more tasks variation to keep things fresh. You must have noticed that we put a lot of emphasis of renovating older systems. Things like supply drops, tasks, and UI are going or already went through much needed reworks. For instance, right now we are looking at boosters. We will tell you more about our plans soon.
Alright, so a lot of things are getting to get reworked. The boosters, that's something very scary. Boosters are so important. And, I know a lot of people stack them. So if they completely change them, it's going to be game changing or maybe game worsening. So let's see what comes up with that. Anyways, Pixo actually ended up showing some ads that were created by players that they say sometimes they draw inspiration from. So maybe if any of you guys make an ad about a balance robot, do post it and maybe they'll get it. So also another exciting news is that PvE mode is coming to War Robots, and apparently it's already in the works. So hopefully that's gonna be super cool, super awesome, and can't wait to try it out. So another thing I wanted to mention, or I wanted to show, is that they also mentioned fan art, and this guy ended up doing a whole Aojun out of metal, which is so awesome. Alright, now that we got that covered, let's go on to see what they say when it comes to the next update 8.1.
New mothership, the new drone, and other content coming in 8.1. There are no robots, however. In 8.1, we are taking a break from releasing new robots, so you can take extra time to adapt to the current meta. For 8.2, we are working on the new flying robot. The Wrecking Ball robot seemed like the craziest idea we have tackled yet, so the new machine has to fill pretty big shoes. How do we top that? Let's see. Now,
anyways, I mentioned how they changed the map, all the cool stuff they made to them, etc., etc. Y'all know that. Anyway, there's gonna be a new SEIM doll. It's actually giving a Scavenger Theme. They even leaked the new robots with some weapons and maybe some new weapons because it looks like weapon slots on the top left corner. So the next event is going to be focusing on scavenger themes because no longer corporations and stuff like that is going to be talked about. We have Roberto Berra, seems to be a character. Usually characters end up being pilots, and Peregrine Rain. It's going to be interesting seeing how these people, what their skills or what their abilities are going to be, and we'll see. Now guys, so another thing is I want you guys to also tune into all these 5 live streams, especially Tony, because Tony is such a fun guy to watch because he's always cracking up jokes and all that stuff. But if you do join all 5 of those, you get a special prize because you entered all of those by Pixonic. So hopefully it's something cool. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.